Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Portugal for tonight's Tier 1 race here in 7th Gear Racing. It's round 8 of 15. The championship standings are starting to take shape, and tonight is no different. Joining me in the comms box tonight is no one. Fresh isn't feeling very well, so F's in the chat. Let's make Fresh feel better for when he returns. And yeah, it's Portugal. It's a horrible track. No one is out yet, which is very odd. There's usually at least one car out by now. So a quick look at the standings then while we wait for our first cars to come out the garage. So the standings after Elite Risk's victory last week. He now sits on 153 points, 2 points ahead of Benza on 151. Then there is a bit of a gap to Kay Gorniak, who is on 64. And then you've got Dan on 60, Rain on 55, and Arthur on 44. In the Constructors, Alfa Romeo currently lead Tier 1 with McLaren in second on 179 and 168 points respectively. Then a little bit of a gap to Williams in P3 on 105, and then you've got Haas and Red Bull on 1987, and then another little gap to kind of Aston Martin on 52. In the combined standings, because that does matter in this season, McLaren actually lead the way with 333 points. Pretty much 90 points ahead of Alfa Romeo, who are sitting on 246. Right then, I believe that was good timing because Paloma is about to start her first flying lap. And of course, Mr. IUF1 in the chat as always. Let's go Team Haas. He says, obviously Rain driving tonight along with Aiden. Should be a good, solid pairing for tonight. Right, first lap. Let's ride on board with Paloma, shall we? How confident is she? Oh, that orange is invalidated straight away. Not very confident, unfortunately. Right, so who's next? Scotty, of course, filling in tonight. Let's see what Scotty can do. Very tricky track is this Portugal. A lot of drivers like it. I personally don't. I despise this track. Well, to be honest, it's just one corner I don't particularly like. There is the first DRS zone. Lot of cars. The track getting very busy. Here we go. This is the corner I don't like, but not this one, but this horrible turn right here. As you go up the hill, and just look how much throttle that Scotty was having to just lift off there, just try and stop spinning. It's so bad. Right, wide, getting a tight apex into there. Last few corners, as your lights lead him up in purple. He does have a car in front, which could actually give him a bit of a slim actually. Could work out well here actually. It's the second Aston Martin as well, so I'm not too sure if this was planned or not. But this could work out quite well for Scotty. I think he's a little bit behind now. I don't think he'll get much of the slipstream. Round turn 15, and he has a 119.5. So who is next across the line? There's lots of cars who are crossing the line. It just depends who is next to the line. There you go, Joel, 118.2. The lap time has started to come down. Dylan with 18.5. Dan with 14.2. What about Elite Risk? Here will be some. Oh, he's invalidated. What about Charlie? He's just going around the first couple of corners, so he didn't have Paloma's going around again. Finley's there in P4. Matt Veg filling in for Aros tonight. Oh, and look at that, Benson. Oh, that's a fast lap. A 117.3. 1.1 seconds. Sorry, 9 tenths faster than Joel in P2. Can Paloma get anywhere near there? Oof, that was tight, wasn't it? So I do like the last corner. The last corner is probably the only corner I like on this track. There we go, up the hill, and she sets a 118.8, which puts her in P5. Lots of cars now go. Oh, look, Aurelian puts himself in P2 there with a 117. Oh, Rain, oh, look at that, 116.9. Now we know Rain is very fast here. I think the last time he was here, Rain finished, well, he qualified at the back, but I think he went from P20 to P8 in about one sector. So, yeah, do not rule Rain out. Right, anyone yet to set a lap? Okay, going out purple second sector according to the game. Same as Vision then. And Jake as well. He's done a lap, a 118.9. What can Vision do? A 118.5. Decent lap there from Vision actually. So okay, Gorniak come on the final corner. Where can he put himself? As mentioned, currently third in the driver's standings, and he does a 117.6, which puts himself in a P3. A very good lap there from Kate Gorniak. Who will be next across the line? It will be Elite Risk, a championship leader, of course. Just 3 drivers then yet to set a time. Just over 11.5 minutes to go. Looking very decent for Elite Risk. Keep slightly to the inside to make the track as narrow as he could. And look at a 116.886. The new gauntlet has been put down. A very fast lap time there from Elite Risk. Evo has invalidated, so he won't be setting a lap time. And Adam aborted. So I believe there is no one else really on a fast lap. No, Aiden's, well, I think he's on his in lap, but he's P7. On his debut, Visions is on the in lap, as is Jake. So everyone currently on the way in, apart from Finley, who looks like he is on the out lap. So we'll stay with Finley. Right then, turn 14. Down the last one here. Around the final call. Oh, he's not out lap, isn't he? He's about to start his flying lap. So let's ride on board with Finley. See what kind of lap time he can do. Currently it's on 18.9. Can he improve? Almost 2 seconds. Oh, that's a big wiggle. That's how you don't improve. These corners are horrible for off camber, but up the hill, traction is so hard. Power down, DRS open, late braking. Not too late though, because it is downhill. Taking lots of curb on the exit, using all the track you can to make the track as short as possible. Down 2 gears, and now the worst corner on the track by a country mile, and there you go. Then he goes round. Not the first, and he is the first tonight, but I don't think he'll be the last by any stretch, if I'm being honest. It's a very tricky corner to get right. So, is Adam on a lap? I believe he is. So let's ride on board with Adam. Can he do any better? This is turn 8, isn't it? There you go. Keeps it on the track. Yeah, that was turn 8. Turn 8 is a horrible one. Into turn 9. Stay wide so you can get a nice inside line. Nice and flat out through there. Reminds you of Brazil a bit there, doesn't it? Into the turn 14 hairpin. Doesn't really feel like a hairpin, but it is. And then over the crest. Stays in the middle, and Adam does a 118.2, which puts him in P8. A decent lap there from Adam. Okay, anyone else? All the cars are out, so everyone's second efforts will be recorded soon. Let's ride on board with Aurelian. Unlucky last time out, but it's generally been. Luck hasn't quite been there this season. Got third in Silverstone. It's P9 in Hungary and P10 in Brazil, but one of those seasons where he's not a lot of luck. Can he improve? Does, and he goes P3 ahead of Spencer. A 1:17.3 flat from Aurelian. A very good lap indeed. So who's next? Is it Elite Risk? Can he improve? No, he cannot on this lap anyway. Did Charlie improve? He is just starting a lap. Right, who else? So, is that a Ferrari I see? It's Paloma again. Currently 2 tenths up. And she goes P14. As, oh my goodness. Has rained at a 1:16.7. Stonking lap there from Rain. What about Benster? 1:17.333. Or was that him just starting? Yeah, I think he was starting his lap now. I believe that would be Jake starting a lap as well. It is indeed. So who's on a fast one? Is that Matt Veg? Where is he? There. Oh, he's invalidated, so he won't be doing. Red Bull. Is it Evo? Is he about to set a lap? He is indeed. Where can he put himself? I'm sure he'll be looking for the top 10 and nothing. As I believe that's probably going to be him starting. Right, the 2 Aston Martins are coming around again. And they pit. What about Scotty? Yep, both Aston Martins pit in. They're on the way in. Oh, here we go. McLaren's. First off, Elite Risk. Can he go faster? Oh, he does go faster, but he can't go ahead of Rain. 20 thousandths of a second separate Rain and Elite Risk at the front there. Also close. There are only 2 people in the 1:16s. Everyone else in the low 17s, but 6 tenths off these 2 behemoths. Right. As Benster goes P3 with a 17.0. Benster can't crack it. But Jake does go up into P10 with an 18.0. A second of his teammate. I think he will be happy with that. Right. Next up, Evo, the last person to set a lap. I think he'll likely be aiming for the top 10. And he does a 1:17.8, a decent lap. And it does put him in P9. It's a P9 for Evo. Nicely done. I think everyone is done now. Everyone's on their way in. I don't think there's anyone on the fast lap. Visions validated. Dylan will probably be on his way in. That's a dirty car. He's been off the track, hasn't he? So Dylan's about to start a lap then. Let's ride on board with last year's Tier 3 champion. Current team owner. Team boss of Alpine, we should say. Still another driver who's not had a lot of luck this season. Highest finishes P4 in Hungary. The P10, the P8, and other than that, he's only scored points in 3 races so far out of the first 7. Oh, going getting all out of shape. That is not how you improve your lap time. Very tricky circuit this now. Can he keep it pointing in the right direction around turn 8? He can indeed. Looks like he's still pushing, so he may be up on his previous time. Oh no! And there we go. He goes round, and Dylan breaks the remarkable, not remarkable, but the board. Unlucky for Dylan. Right, okay, Gorniak, is he on a lap? I think he might. No, he's not. No, I think this will be his in lap. There you go. Currently P5. Okay, Gorniak actually must improve because he was P7 a minute ago when I last looked. So a very decent improvement there. Puts him on 117.4. Alright, so Elite Risk is on his outlap. So I believe he will be... Oh, has Dylan retires in the pits. Anyone else? So is Adam on the fast one? He is. So Adam will be the first person to complete his final run. So we'll just watch. We'll watch the TV camera for once, shall we? Rather than going on board. No pressure, Adam. Oh, and he gets a wiggle just like his teammate, and I think that is qualifying over for Adam. So the next person to start a lap is Elite Risk. Now let's ride on board with Elite Risk, because all he needs is 20 thousandths of a second, and pole position is his. Unless rain, of course, can go faster. Here we go then. Let's ride on board with our championship leader. Elite Risk is, of course, team principal of McLaren as well, setting the standards. Let's see how confident he is into his first corner. Down to sixth gear. Oh, look how much he is so close to that yellow sausage curb. Getting it just right. You can look at the margins. Absolutely exceptional. Let's get rid of that and have a look at the whole track. 10th up, there you go. Provisional pole, he's got two cars potentially in the way. Doesn't quite go tight enough around that corner. There you go, look at that, using the curb. Oh, these two are fast runs, because if they are, these could get in the lead way. They need to get out of the way. Oh, he's invalidated. The two cars may have put him off there. But that is Elite Risk done for qualifying. I think Charlie was the next person who will be setting a lap. And the final corner. Trying to improve on his 1:17.6. He can, he does, goes to P6 or 1:17.4. He jumps Aiden. So who is next? It looks like, is that a Ferrari of Paloma? It is, and she's invalidated, so she is done. Mercedes, I haven't seen much of Mercedes today. Obviously, I was on board with Finley, wasn't I, earlier? As Jake gets all out of shake, and I believe he may have just ended his lap. Finley currently 18th and last. Can he improve? He does and goes P14. Right, who is next? Is that a Alpine? Will that be... It's not Dylan. It's... oh, who's that? Someone facing the wrong way. It was Matt Veg. So the other person, is that Visions about to come around the final corner? It is. Visions won't be having a P16. He'll be wanting to go a lot faster. Can he improve? He does. A 1:18.0 after P11 Vision. A decent lap from him. I think Alpine's going to... So what, let's go on board with Rain, shall we? Let's watch Rain as he comes around the final corner. His teammate ahead of him, as well as the other Red Bull of Evo. Evo's done. So it'll be K. Dorniak. Can K. Dorniak improve? He did. But it didn't go up. And Rain, 1:16.6. Further cementing his pole position. And I think that... Oh, is Elite Risk on a fast one? Is he on a fast one? I think he is, you know. Is he going to get the draft? Oh, do you know what he did? He can't quite hit Rain. He improved, and had Rain not improved, that would have been pole position. That would have been good enough. But great team move there from the McLaren team. Benson puts himself on P3. Last person to cross the line is Paloma, but she's currently off the track. So she won't be improving. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is your grid for tonight's race. We have a qualifying to finish. I think it's got to wait for Paloma to get in the pits, or Right then, here is your grid order for the Portuguese Grand Prix. So on pole, Rain at 116.6, a great lap there from Rain. Joining on the front row is Elite Risk of 16.7, the only other person able to get into the 16s. Lining up third will be Benster, and joining on the second row is the second Haas of Aiden. Aurelian will P5, and Kay Gorniak joining on the third row. We have Charlie and Dan on row 4, Evo and Joel row 5 running out the top 10. And then the bottom, I should say the other half of the grid, you've got Visions of P11, Jake P12, we've got Adam, Matt Veg, Finley, Dylan, Paloma, and Scotty bringing up the rear. Okay then guys, I will just go to check to see when our Lord and Savior Jake will be Stephen Jake says one go time is. We go at 20:59, so rather than me rambling on, I shall put the Be Right Back screen on, and I shall see you guys in a couple of minutes. I apologise. I didn't press the button. I am such a fool. Right. I've got to start again. Oh, an absolute idiot. I am so sorry. So, there was contact at the start. Elite Risk, Benster, Charlie, Visions, Aiden, all getting caught up at the start of the race. 5 people. Let's have a quick check. Yeah, you can see the bottom 5 people all had to stop on lap 1 for a new nose. Elite Risk was at the back. He is now back up to P7. Jake, the only person running on those softs. Jake now coming under pressure from Elite Risk. As Evo's in the pits. Does he need a nose, or is he just pitting again? Bit of an odd one. There you go, he's out there in P17 now, Evo. On a fresh set of hard tyres. Rain's gap at the front is now almost 5.5 seconds, so those 3 seconds, he's got them fully... He's got them fully covered, hasn't he? As Aurelian, it looks like he's finding the pace again. He's now got the gap back under a second. To Joel. And he will get DRS, so he won't pass him this lap. But that will enable him to get closer to the back of the Mercedes. And Elite Risk now stuck in this train, as it doesn't look like Dylan can get past Kagoniak. Which it turns means Jake and Elite Risk are pretty much stuck where they are. Unless Jake's tyres go off anytime soon. Something you also didn't hear me say was that rain is expected at the end of the race. Which is why you're seeing a bit of a mix. Well, more probably hard tyres than what you usually see. As obviously people will want to take these hard tyres until the rain comes. But Jake has gone for the more aggressive strategy of starting on the softs and then maybe going to the mediums or another set of softs. As Paloma has overtaken Matt Veg for P8. Let's stick on board with Elite Risk. At the back of this 4-car train. Oh, has that Matt Veg? Has he gone mad? He has. He's had a moment. Oh, that's a shame for the Alpha Tauri team. The Alpha Tauri team currently bottom. Sorry, they're bottom of the Tier 1 standings with 10 points. They've had a horrid season. And Jake's got past Dylan. Jake and Dylan are battling. And Elite Risk smells the opportunity. Oh, and what's going on here? Almost 3-1 as Dylan runs very deep into the corner. And Elite Risk says thank you very much. It goes from P7 to P5. And Jake doesn't move. He stays in P6. It gets past Dylan, but loses the place to Elite Risk. That is probably music to the ears of Elite Risk. Now he can chase down Pegorniak. They've lost 2.5 seconds in that ensuing chaos. As the gap at the front is now almost 7 seconds. You get the feeling Rain is just controlling the pace out there. He does have those 3 seconds, but I feel like he probably could go faster if he wanted to. He just needs to control that race. Of course, Elite Risk now up into P5. Bence is still down there in P15. Not great for the Alfa Romeo team so far. The gap, look at that, straight away Elite Risk has got the gap down by half a second. I don't think it's as fast as that, because obviously there was those shenanigans at turn 1. But, yep. Elite Risk now on the charge. He's got some clean air. Try and close that gap and get closer to the podium places. As Aurelian now, just half a second behind. it'd be interesting to see if these medium tyres can go until the rain comes. They might not be very friendly when it does, and they won't have a lot of grip. When it happens, sometimes... oh, hang on. Elite Risk and, sorry, back to the battle. Jake and Dylan having their ding-dong. Jake currently has a position for now. That's how much longer are his softs going to last. Will he go soft? Bit of a shame for Jake, because I think he probably would have wanted to keep track position. But I think he's going to have to pit very soon, because 10 laps on softs isn't usually ideal. I imagine if he doesn't pit, he will be easy pickings for Dylan. And it's turn 1, and Jake does pit. Good news for Dylan, because now he's got no Jake in front of him, and he's got a DRS. As behind, we've got Plymer under attack from Finley, and Finley takes P7. Now, let's see with Jake. What does he do? Another pair of softs, or is he on to the mediums? And a new nose as well, actually. Onto the hard. So that's 2 nose changes for Alfa Romeo in one race. Very expensive. So Jake onto the hards. Doesn't obviously think those mediums can go to the rain. But now sees Jake down in P14. Possibly P15 once... very close, but I'm pretty sure that was controlled. Jake now down in P15 now. After that pit stop. Right, look at that. Right, here we go then. Let's focus on Elite Risk again as he finds himself under a second to Kagorniak. Yes, but sorry, Charlie. Yes, Aiden got caught up in the turn 1 shenanigans. Well, Elite Risk, he's only half a second behind, but I don't think he's close enough this lap to have a go. As we've got a yellow flag. Is that Matt Veg again in the same corner? That's the second time he's now gone off. Is that a track reset? Oh no, he's just got a bit of lag. That was weird. But that Matt Veg, Scotty in the points. Tier 2 driver in the points. Scotty getting some practice in for his own race on Thursday. Currently running in P10, which means the 2 Aston Martins are in the points. Hopefully, I'm sure Scotty will hope they can both stay there. Right, Elite Risk getting closer and closer to the back of Kagorniak, as is Aurelian getting closer and closer to the back of Joel. We'll save Aurelian and Joel first, because they are the cars close to the front. The gap is 6.3, so I think Rain is definitely in control mode. Aurelian is getting right close to the back. Aurelian does have a little bit more ERS as well to help him if he does want to squirt and get past Joel. I'm sure this will be easy pickings. Look at that, both drivers a tenth behind. There goes Aurelian into turn 1. There we go. And there goes Elite Risk. Getting past. There we go. Right. Oh no, Joel. Oh, he's doing so well. Oh, and he's throwing the podium away. What a shame for Joel. It didn't look like there was any contact, but it's so easy to do on this horrible track that is Portugal. And that promotes Elite Risk back up into the podium places and only 9.2 off the lead of the Grand Prix. So, from last to third in 12 laps for Elite Risk. Very well done so far. Kagorniak will be wanting to keep onto the back of Elite Risk. He's got to stay within that second, and I believe he's just about hanging on, but I think, judging from the pace of Elite Risk, he might... Oh, there you go. He's out of the detection. He's out of the second. Shame for Kagorniak, because he would have... Well, I'm sure he would have liked to have had a little toe. And got himself close to Aurelian. So let's do a quick recap of the order as Rain starts lap 13. So Rain is your leader. He's been leading from lap 1. He didn't get involved in the first corner shenanigans, so he finds himself out in the lead. P2 is Aurelian. Let's quickly go here. So there we go. Elite Risk finds himself back up into P3 after the turn 1 lap 1 shenanigans. Okay, Gorniak is in P4. Joel in P5. He's up 5 places, but it could have been so much more. He was running P2 for a very long time. Dylan finds himself in P6 with Finley up 11 places into P7. We got a yellow flag. Oh no, it's Rain. It's Rain. Oh bloody hell! I've cursed him. The horrible turn 8. Oh, he's lost it. Well, I tell you what, he's stunned. He hasn't lost the lead. I think that is pivotal for Rain. Oh, that's such a shame. But Aurelian will now be licking his lips because now he's got DRS and he'll be able to defend from Elite Risk, and Elite Risk is now under 2 seconds off the lead, just like that. Back to the order. Paloma finds herself in P8 with Adam running P9. Both Alpines in the points. Scotty in P10. Outside the top 10, we've got Matt Veg, who's had a couple of spins so far. And then you've got the big losers in terms of positions. Dan finds himself in P12. You've got Aiden in P13. Benster still out there, P14. So painful. Jake is P15 for no points so far for Alfa Romeo tonight. Charlie finds himself in P16, just under a second behind Jake. And Evo is currently at the back, running P17. Right. So you imagine, so 33 laps, so imagine the medium tyres have probably got a few more laps in them before they have to pit. But again, the sky doesn't look like it's getting greyer. Ooh, bit of a grey cloud there. But no sign of any rain just yet. So we'll stay on board with Elite Risk because I think rain has just, oh, I tell you what, he's just got out of that 1 second. No, back into it. He's a real, yeah, Aurelian wants that DRS, doesn't he? Will he get it though? Does he get the DRS? He doesn't, and that will be pivotal now because Elite Risk will sense that. He'll know that. He won't be able to overtake in this lap. I think next lap will be the one as Dylan gets past Joel. As Joel is in the pits, getting rid of those mediums. Now, will Elite Risk, will he go for a move here? He does, and Elite Risk can leave from a baby in the end. Elite Risk now back up into P2 and just over a second off the lead. If Rayner's got any pace in the bag, this is where he needs to deploy it. He needs to get those 3 seconds to Elite, otherwise Elite is going to be, well, another 25 points in the bag. So in the pits, this now is Scotty, who goes on to the hards. I have to admit, I'm a little bit surprised. I thought he might have gone on to another set of mediums if rain was coming. Oh, and that's, oh, hang on. No, that's Scotty. Did he have a moment? I think he might have had a moment coming out of the pits. A shame for Scotty. It happens. Right then, the front 2. 1 point. There you go. Elite Risk. Elite Risk has got the pace. 120.1. What is, where is, there you go. So, Elite Risk's fastest lap is 3 tenths faster currently than Rain in P1. As that Adam? No, it's Dylan in the pits now. So he's good. Now, what will he go on? Will he go on the another set of mediums? Or no, he's going to the hards. So maybe the rain isn't coming. Who knows? I guess we shall wait and find out, I guess. So, a few pit stops starting to happen. These hard runners, imagine, will go to the last possible second. As that Joel and Aiden having ding dong. Oh, and it's Dylan who's caused that by coming out of the pits and as Joel cuts the corner to try and not get damaged. now, Dylan, he's got to be careful what's come over. Joel's going to have the run here. He could potentially get 2 positions here. And he has a look, but Aiden covers him off. Decent racing from these guys as Ben's smelling these guys. He finds himself after P12. Ben's Adam's got. Oh, is that Jake? Has Jake gone round? Oh, no, hang on. Adam's gone round. Oh, no, Adam. And is that Jake that went round as well? It was. I think Jake went round. He's now behind Charlie. Oh, dear me. Right. Oh, Joel's cutting those corners fine, isn't he? Now, can he? I think Aiden might have. Well, I tell you what, Aiden's tyres aren't going to be lasting much longer, actually. So, Joel should have the advantage, like the tyre advantage anyway, right now. Putting a little bit of ERS before going on the back straight. Aiden stays out. And Joel does indeed get DRS. Back at the front, the gap is still just over a second. Oh, no, there you go. It's under a second now. Elite Risk pushing a little bit more, but Rain has saved up a lot of ERS. So Rain's still not pushing as hard as he probably could. But Elite Risk is now within that second. Aurelian has dropped off by 3 seconds. It just shows you the pace of that front two when they get going. And Gorniak still there in P4. A little bit of a gap to P5 with Finley 11.5 seconds off, but he's doing a decent job for Mercedes, as is Paloma in P6, the one and only Ferrari that is running tonight. Adam, after his little excursion, finds himself now almost 9 seconds behind Paloma, but still in the points. That is the main thing. And Matt Veg, P8. Oh, excuse me. Has that Jake gone round again? Yeah, the horrible turn 8, the corner of death, turn 8. He has gone round, and Jake is not having a good time in those hard tyres, is he? He's falling back and back. He is, he's almost 20 seconds now, 15 seconds behind Charlie, who was basically back. And there you go, Dan is in the pits now. What does he go for? Because surely now is another meta set of mediums. If it's hards, then I don't believe this rain is coming. Surely it's got to be another set of mediums. And it looks like it is. So Dan being, I don't want to say sensible, but the only person to put 2 sets of... That was a bit weird. Bit of a glitch. There you go. We'll have a glitch. Right then, Elite Risk. Half a second off the lead of Rain. Now, how much will Rain deploy any ERS? He's not. I wonder if that's some kind of glitch. Oh no, he's in the pits. Oh no, he fakes going in the pits. I think maybe he was just an extreme way of breaking the toe. And Elite Risk, will he have a look into turn 1? No, he does not. Yeah, Elite Risk is, Rain's got to have some speed in that car, because he didn't use any ERS, but somehow managed to stay ahead. I wonder if that's some kind of, I mean, I say a glitch, but he's the only person. There you go. Oh, there you go. Look, he's using some ERS now to stay ahead. So, yep, there you go. It's not a glitch. Right. Battles on the track. Joel, here we go then. Another Haas under attack, this time from the Mercedes. Joel has pretty much spent all his DRS, but he's going to make a move. He's got the DRS, he's got the fresher tyres, and Joel up into P9. Oh, but he's got to be careful. Oh, he's got to be very careful as they bang wheels going around the first couple of corners. Oh, he's got to be very careful, because you know what this game is like with the cyborg glitches. Joel just about to get with it. Look at that, Benzer finally can see points. He can see P10 and P9 right in front of him. How patient will he be? I mean, his medium tyres will not be very favourable right now, will they? We've seen drivers coming in. I imagine he'll be in the same bite with Jake, and Jake will be telling him how long those softs will go. So you wonder if Benson will go another lap or two and then maybe put the softs on, or is he gonna just risk it and go to? Oh, hang on, Elite Risk! I've missed that battle for the leader. Elite Risk has got past Rain, and Elite Risk is up into P1 from last to first in 20 laps. Of course, not. He was also helped by the Rain having a little spin. Here's a horrible turn 8. Oh, look at that. So close. Even a driver like Elite, who's obviously so much in form this season, even he almost getting caught out by turn 8. It's a horrible turn. Right, Aiden's fallen off Joel by a second here. I wonder if Benster, we'll have a look. Benster looks like he may well have been looking after his tyres a bit more. Doesn't by the pace of the two, but no, Benster doesn't opt to remove that lap. What corner I should say, and Rain still, he's within the second, but he's not losing a lot of ERS still, is he? I wonder what his mindset is right now. He's got those 3 seconds, but if the rain does come, anything can happen. So if these two can go to lap 33, then they could, 23, then they can put the softs on. And if we go to the leader, you can see that if they pit, I think they'll come out in P6 and P7? Yeah. But Rain, oh hang on, Rain is outside that gap now. So Rain, let's see what kind of pace Elite Risk has on those tyres. How much life is left in them. Right, battles on the track. It looks like Joel has caught Matt Veg. Joel, such a shame. He could have been on for podium tonight, Joel. But the nature of the track means, unfortunately, any driver can get caught out. Joel has spent most of his ERS as well, but we saw that wasn't really an issue when he tried overtaking Aiden. Look at that, he's all over the back of Matt Veg as Benster has got past Aiden finally and back finally into the points then. Oh, and Joe, another penalty as he cuts that corner. Oh, Joe all over the back of Matt Veg as Joel's, look, you can see the tyre difference. Joel's been on those tyres for 6 laps. Matt Veg has been on them for 20, and look at that, squeezing each other. Oh, and there's the rain. There you go, you saw it coming down. The rain is here. The rain is here. We're going to get about 10 laps of rain, which means, I mean, you're probably looking at lap 25, maybe lap 26, coming in for inters or wets, depending on how heavy the rain does get. But the rain is here. As Aiden goes into the pits, he's got to get rid of those mediums. He does not like them, which means he's going to have to pit again in another couple of laps. Oh, he obviously felt he couldn't hold on. But the battle right now on track is for P8 and P9 as Joel and Matt Veg continue to go hammer and tongue at each other. Great driving from these two. Matt Veg still holding on to that P8. He knows he's seen the rain. He knows all he's got to do is hang on for another couple of laps. The only problem is, rain in the pits. Is he pitting early for inters? This is if he's not going to inters, this is a very odd decision from Rain. And there you go, the inters are here. I just wonder if the tyre wear, sometimes on this game, the tyre wear, because the tyre wear is so bad, sometimes Jeff or Mark or whatever his name is, will tell you to come in for the pits. Now, I think this is possibly a lap too early. Possibly 2 laps too early. But we shall see. Let's keep an eye on the gap between Rain and Finley. Gap was 1.4. It's still 1.4. Gap's coming down. Gap's going up. It's steady, so it looks like we're almost at the crossover point, and we've got a spinner on turn 1. Oh, it's Joel again. Oh, Joel, he's had another moment. Throwing away all that good work. Such a shame. Right, apologies. Back to Rain. It looks like we are at the crossover point because that gap is staying at 1.4. So I think it's okay to pit. So Rain pretty much chose the right. That is spot on, really. Because we're at the crossover point and those inters are only going to get better. So an Elite Risk has gone round again. which means that Rain is going to get the undercut here on an elite risk. Okay, Gorniak gets a 5-second penalty speed in the pits. That is definitely not something he would have wanted. But, yeah, is Finley going to go in the pits? He stays out. I have to say, I'm a little bit surprised. If I was Finley, I'd be keeping an eye on the gap. And the gap stays the same as Gorniak becomes the second person in the top 10 to put on the intermediates as Rain gets another track extension penalty. It's time for intermediates. In comes Adam. They're all going to start diving in now. Surely. As there you go. Adam's in the pits. Aiden, Benster and Scotty. What happened, quickly, what happened to Benster? Unfortunately, there was a turn 1, lap 1 shenanigans. Benster, elite risk, they both span, but unfortunately, Benster came away with front wing damage, so he had to pit. Whereas elite risk managed to fight his way from last to first. And there you go, elite risk is in. He is in, as there you go. Elite risk and Aurelian both in. Enters the order of the day. I'm sure Finley will... I haven't seen them say DRS disabled yet. I'm sure it has come up. I've probably just not seen it. There we go. Finley in the pits. And their DRS is still active, you know. So even though the Inters are the better... There you go. DRS is disabled. It is now officially intermediates. But I tell you what, elite risk though, despite Rain matching the pace of Finley, elite risk was able to get the overcut, really. But Rain does have that 6-second penalties. Oh, what am I doing? There we go. So everyone is now pitting for those intermediates. So the grid will now reset, well not reset, but back to where they were. Just a one retirement still so far. We lost Visions pretty early on, unfortunately. Rear wing damage, apparently. There you go, look at the net position. Benster, P16. That is definitely not where he wanted to be. Comes out, well, P15 now. Behind Dan. He may get Dan if his tyres are a lot warmer. But we've got 9 laps remaining. And Benster's got a lot of work to do, because also Benster still has that streak. 16 races, all 16 have been in the top 5. He needs to make up 10 positions in about 8 laps if he wants to continue that run going. It's not cool, it is not out of the realms of possibility, of course. It can happen. As look at that. So Gorniak's gamble of going a lap earlier has let him catch up to the back of Aurelian. And now, of course, Rain is the what they call the great equalizer, isn't it? So this is where the skill of the drivers really does come to the fore. Some drivers like the rain, some drivers hate it. Some drivers like it, but are just not very good in the rain, which is where I put myself. Finley, look at that, 21 seconds behind. So these top 4 have got a nice big cushion. So that first Mercedes has, and even Finley's got almost a 9-second gap to Paloma. So the field, the top 4 are quite close. And then you've got a big gap to P5, and then the field really kind of spread out a little bit here. Charlie back in the points. I'm sure he'll be happy with that. After he had to pit on lap 1. Joel finds us at P11 after spinning twice, but Charlie is now all aboard the Charlie train. Excuse me, you've got Charlie, then you've got Joel, Aiden, Dan, Evo, and then Benster on the back of this train. No DRS to aid these guys as well, so if Charlie's got the straight line speed, then he may well be keeping that P10. But there's still a long way to go. 7 laps to go. Gap at the front is 1.6. As is that Scotty being lapped? He's currently invisible. I didn't see him leave the thing, but he's got out of the way. Track looking nice and wet now. Elite Risk can... he doesn't take many risks now because he's got kind of a 6-second buffer to Rain. So, looking good for Elite Risk right now. That's going still on the back of Aurelian. How much Kagunic had to lift going around there. It's not flat out anymore. Both drivers deploying the ERS and it pretty much becomes a stalemate at this point. Right, where was that big gap? Oh, look at that. Joel's had a moment because he's fallen 2 seconds off the back of Charlie. So more good news from McLaren. Because I believe Elite Risk. No, it's Dan's got the fastest lap. So 26 points to the total of McLaren as it stands. Alfa Romeo, their closest contenders. Well, Alfa Romeo leading, of course, the Tier 1 constructors. So this will be a fantastic day for McLaren if they can stay where they are. And so is Alfa Romeo down there in P15 and P16. It looks like Benza isn't really a fan of the rain, as he doesn't look. He hasn't made an impression. The cars ahead as Evo gets a track restriction penalty. And Joel, look at that, we're now on the Joel train. Aiden, look how fast he's trying to get past. Yeah. Oh, shit, even Dan trying to get involved. These guys have got to be careful in these slippery conditions. Oh, excuse me, I went for a big yawn as they went for an overtake. I couldn't say anything. But Aiden does get past Joel. He is up into P11 now. Oh, and Joel! Oh, I did. I don't know what happened there. It looked like he went for a gap that was closing all the time, and Joel finds himself now down in P15. The third time he's gone round. I'm sure that'll be one for the stewards. But Benson now P13. He's made up 2 places. He's got past Evo, so he just needs another 8 places, and he is in the top 5 once again. Right, look at that. Rain has decided to get a move on and finds himself less than a second behind Elite Risk. But as I've said time and time again, there is no help with DRS, so I think Rain will likely have to wait for a mistake from Elite Risk if he wants to get the track position back. The lead of the Grand Prix. Let's have a look. Who's left? So we've got Dylan and Matt Veg. Dylan looking to get past Matt Veg. Christ. Oh, I'll tell you what, Dylan, got to be very ERS happy to use all your ERS in the rain. So Dylan obviously giving it some. Oh, here we go. Into a horrible turn 8. Both drivers successfully negotiated that time. And look at that. Elite Risk. As they've been overtaken by Rain into the first corner. Rain retakes P1. Elite Risk. A little look. Decides against the move this time. The lead changing hands. Rain currently P1. Aurelian and Kagonic still having their little personal battle. Fredley still in a world of his own. Then P5, but I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. Still no safety car, no VSC. We are on lap 30 or 33 now. And Aiden now under attack from Dan. But these guys are now 3.5 seconds behind Charlie, so if they want that last point, they've got to get a move on. The train is now 4 drivers. That spin has cost Joel 10 seconds. The leaders have started lap 31, so we've got 3 laps remaining. But look, they're so far ahead. Look at that. They are going around turn 8 now, and these guys are... dear me. Elite Risk and Rain really in a league of their own tonight. I mean, Rain would have been obviously ahead so much further if he didn't have a little spin as well. Alright, Dylan, can he get past Matt Page? No, he can't. Not on that straight anyway, so... oh, hang on. It looks like down a little run there. But no, Aiden is able to hold it off. The train is now 3 cars. It looks like Evo has fallen off, and he gets another time penalty for his efforts. So race is almost quieted down now. Obviously, we've still got the battle of the lead as the leaders do start lap for the penultimate lap. Oh, I think Elite Risk will want to finish first on track, but at the same time, I think he'll be pretty cool. Do you know what? Let's just keep the car in the white lines and take home the win. And oh, hang on, Dylan. He had a moment. He had a moment trying to get past Matt Veg because Charlie now finds himself in P9. Can he get P8? This will be a good recovery drive from Charlie. Bit braver on the throttle. It looks like he does have to run on Matt Veg, and there go Charlie. Past Matt Veg and up into P8, just like that. Charlie's gone from P10 to P8. More good news for the McLaren team in the battle for that constructors. I'm sure Matt Veg and Dylan will not want to take that lying down as the other group of Aiden are slowly but surely catching them. Not by a lot. It does look like Aiden is holding up these 2 drivers behind him. Ooh, a bit of argy-bargy there. Okay so far. Oh, hang on. And it looks like Benson's going to go for a move on Dan here. He does. Both drivers giving each other enough room going into the horrible turn 8. Oh, tank getting a bit of a wiggle on. There you go. Benson does take P12. And there you go. Benson now 1 place closer to the points. But he has not got, he's literally got a lap and a bit to do it. As Rain and Elite Risk are on the last lap of the race. Okay, Goynak still finds himself less than a second behind Aurelian. But let's us head back to the lead where Rain is in the lead. But he will likely lose that with his 6-second penalties. And it will be Elite Risk probably getting the win on time penalties. But we shall witness Rain crossing the line in first position. And there you go. Rain takes the win on track, but Elite Risk takes the victory on penalties. Aurelian will come home unless he makes a mistake here. No, P3 and P4 for Aurelian K. A very good drive from Aurelian, very well done. A long way behind Finley, 28 seconds, 29 seconds behind P4, but I don't think he'll mind that one bit, as he brings home a chunk of points the Mercedes team, who are in need of points as they look to climb up the table. And there you go. Oh, hang on. Let's just focus here for a second, because Dylan is very close to the back of Matt Veg. Can he finally get him? I don't think he's got the ERS to challenge. And he gets a bit of a wiggle on. So, there you go. Matt Veg does keep that P8, but I think Aiden will inherit it now. Because of the penalties, he does indeed. And Benster gets his point. It's the P5 and up, his streak is over, but he does get himself into the points. And the last person to cross the line is Jake. Oh! Not something you see very often from our Lord and Saviour. So then, that is your lot in terms of race action. The game has given driver of the day to Finley. I don't know who I want to say to. Well, there you go then. A late risk is your winner. His fifth victory of the season. And extends his gap by another 24 points to Benster. The gap was 2 points. Now a lot more. And McLaren also will take the lead in the constructors and extend their lead in the combined constructors. A very good evening for Team McLaren. Dreadful for Alfa Romeo. Right then, here you go. Here is your race rundown for the Portuguese Grand Prix. Elite takes the win. Rain in P2 and Aurelian rounds off the podium. Kagorniak finishes P4 after that kind of almost race-long battle with Aurelian. Finley P5, Adam takes P6, Paloma P7, Charlie, impressive comeback drive after pitting on lap 1 in P8, Aiden gets P9, Benster, the last of the point scorers, over a minute behind the front two. And then outside the top 10, we've got Dan, who finishes P11, and then you've got Matt Veg, Devon, Evo, Joel, Jake, Scotty, and the only non-finisher is Vision. Yeah, look, I did race director. Fantastic. Right then, boys and girls and everyone in between, that is your lot for tonight. If you've made it this far, thank you very much for watching. I apologise for the shit show of forgetting to put the slide back on. I am an idiot. So, if you've enjoyed tonight, from what there was there, then please join us on Thursday, as Tier 2 will be here as well. If you can't make Thursday, please come back next week for Tier 1. As I believe we are round Saudi Arabia. We are indeed Saudi Arabia for round 9. So, once again, guys, thank you very much for watching. And we will see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.